I've been on this earth long enough to know that love is funny sometimes. You don't know where it's going to come from. Back in the day, there was a duet with Babyface and Pebbles, and I know some of you have to Google Pebbles, find out who she is. Some of you know who Babyface is. But anyway, it was called Love Makes Things Happen. It was a cute little song. But if you watch the video, you see where people are connected in different ways. They find each other in very unusual situations. You know, you can have a married man that winds up falling in love with someone else, which is kind of sketchy, but it does happen. Or you have someone that just meets somebody at the gas station and Cupid shot his arrow. Or somebody could be on a date with someone else, and then you could become enamored with somebody that you see on the date. You know, it's just a funny situation. You really don't know. But there are some things that you can control, and there are some things that you can do to prevent from getting hurt. Sometimes people put themselves in situations and they wonder why they get hurt later on because of the actions that they did in the beginning. Now, there's competition sometimes in love. I understand that. You got to decide whether or not, first of all, if you're even going to bother to compete. Is the prize worth it? That's the question. And second of all, you have to examine your motives for even considering it. One situation in particular, which I think is kind of sad, is where you have a man, and let's say that he's involved in a situation with someone where he's not totally happy, but he hasn't brought himself to completely get out of the situation and dissolve the relationship. So he's kind of still involved with this person, but maybe on a limited basis. Then he goes and he finds someone, or that someone finds him, that's a little bit more interesting. They're new, they bring a new perspective, and eventually they wind up having a relationship. And the new person falls hard for them, and he winds up falling hard for her. Or she falls for him. You know, it could be male or female in this situation. Well, later on, she finds out that he was involved with someone at the same time that she was dating him. Now, she could have done one or two things. She could have said, look, I'm not comfortable with this. I think we need to cool things off because you got to go ahead and get some things worked out, which is the most reasonable thing to do if he's still connected with that person on some level. Or, and the second choice is the one that causes the most trouble. She decides to hang in there for only one reason. Now, she'll say it's love. She'll say it's love. But deep down, what she wants to do is she wants to be the one that wins the prize at the end of the day. Not thinking about what's going on through this man's mind. I've seen this happen time and time again over the years, where you have a woman that's dating a man that's connected to someone else, whether she knows about the situation in the beginning or not. The minute she found out about it, instead of moving on or cooling things off, she chose to stay in it. Love is what she says it is. And she may have had love for him. But the thing is the bottom line is that she wants to be the one to say that she got the prize. That's the real reason why she stayed with him. So let's just say in the remote possibility, and 9 times out of 10 they don't win. Let's say that she does win. We're in a twilight zone here. We're in an alternate universe and everything goes hunky-dory, supposedly. Let's say that they move on. Together, they go hand in hand into the sunset. Everything's okay. And sometime down the line, things start to slow down a bit and they start to get settled. And then his behavior starts to change. He's not as attentive as he used to be. They don't do the things that they used to do anymore. They don't go to places where they used to go, and they barely communicate on the level that they used to communicate. The first thing that comes to this woman's mind is that he's thinking of someone else. And it may not be someone else. Maybe he's preoccupied with an issue on his job. It could be a physical problem that he's trying to deal with on his own. Or it could be a situation with family or that he's trying to get through. It could be a temporary hurdle that has nothing to do with another woman. Now, I'm a woman myself, and I understand that sometimes that's the first thing you think about. But you have to look at the data first. Best thing for you to do is just to simply sit down and say, look, babe, I see that there's some differences. There's some things going on. You seem preoccupied. There's some stuff going on. You might not want to tell me every single thing, but do me a favor and just alleviate my frustration and let me know that I'm right, that you've got something else going on. At least let me know that, so at least I won't think I'm being paranoid or crazy. 9 times out of 10, if you just do that in a very calm and very welcoming manner, he'll open up to you and tell you what's going on. And he could tell you, you know what, I've had this problem with such and such bothering me, with this pain in my body. I don't know what to do, and it's really aggravating me. I haven't been sleeping well, or I'm having a problem on my job. I'm worried that I'm going to lose my job, or, it could be something totally innocent. But see, the person that took him, supposedly, away from the other person is paranoid that he's involved with someone else, for the simple fact that they're thinking that there's someone out there who's got him the same way that they got him. They're afraid that karma has come back and bit them in the butt. And that's when they're losing their minds. They're acting totally irrational. Want to go through their phone, go through their computer and everything else. I'm going to tell you what. There was one time in my life I went through somebody's phone and I was half out of my mind when I did that. But I'm not going to do it. If I get to the point in a relationship where I suspect your actions and I walk and see that you're moving funny, I'm not going to even go to the next level and even check your phone. Because for the simple fact that you're walking and moving funny and haven't explained to me why, that's more than enough evidence right there that I need to back off. I don't need to go through your phone so I can confirm what I already know. Come on. A lot of these people are paranoid because they think that you are slipping on them the same way that you were slipping on the other person. If you're not sure that this person is going to be faithful to you in that regard, don't pick up with them. Don't take up with them. Just don't. Because you're going to be here years later, and the first thing that you think of in your mind is that somebody's going to be out there acting the way that you acted to try to steal what you took. And you deserve to feel that way because it was wrong in the first place. If you weren't comfortable with the scenario, then don't go any further with it. Restrict access. And we all have to learn to do that.